Hello future yarn artists, it's Chanel from Crochet Republic and I hope you've all mastered the slip knot from our last tutorial. If you haven't caught that video yet, make sure to check it out because today we're building on that foundation and taking our crochet skills to the next level. Whether you're a beginner or just looking for a refresher, we've got you covered. I'll guide you through each step, making it easy to create a beautiful chain that sets the stage for all your crochet adventures. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to join our crochet community. Hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all things yarntastic. Without further ado, let's jump into the world of chain stitches. Let's talk about the nature of chain stitches. Chain stitches are the building blocks of crochet, serving as the foundation upon which all subsequent stitches are built. Whether you're creating a simple scarf or a three-dimensional yarn sculpture, the chain stitch sets the stage for your crochet masterpiece. Let's talk about the elements of a chain stitch. If you look closely at this side of a chain, you will notice that it looks like a series of little V's stacked on top of each other. Each of these V's is an individual chain stitch. If you can see the V's, you are looking at the right side of the chain. If you look at this side, you will notice that the V's have disappeared and we now have little ovals with a line or bar through them. When you can see this row of bars, you are looking at the wrong side of a chain. Part of learning to crochet is learning to read a written pattern. Note that the abbreviation used for chain stitches in patterns is CH. You could see an instruction like CH6 or 6CH. That means you should make 6 chain stitches. The chain stitch remains the same regardless of whether you're using US, UK or Australian crochet terminology. Now let's get our materials together. You will need any smooth, chunky sized yarn in a light color and a 5mm hook to complete this tutorial. For more information about the hook and yarn, watch our first video about choosing your tools. Let's make a slip knot. Create a slip knot like you practiced in the previous tutorial. The slip knot will secure the yarn to your hook. Your yarn tail doesn't need to be very long. You will work it away later with a tapestry needle. 15 to 20 centimeters is more than long enough for that. Let's talk about how to hold your hook and yarn. Hold your crochet hook like a pencil or a knife, whichever way is most comfortable for you. I use a pencil grip. Don't hold on to the hook too tightly. If your hand is hurting, you're holding on too tightly. Hold it lightly like you would hold a pencil for drawing. Notice that you have two ends, the tail end and the working end. You want to hold the yarn with your right hand. Start by opening your right hand with the palm facing you and your thumb pointing to the ceiling. Insert your hand between the two ends coming out of your slip knot. The tail end should be hanging over your palm, closest to your body, and your working end should be hanging behind your head, furthest away from your body. Use your thumb, index and middle fingers to grip the knotted part of the slip knot. Your fingers should be touching the hook, but not holding it. Let the working end of your yarn drape in between your middle and your ring finger, like this. You want to wrap your ring finger and pinky finger around your working end, so the end leaves your hand behind your pinky finger. This allows you to apply tension to your yarn as you crochet. You want to hold the yarn lightly with your ring and pinky fingers. Don't put a death grip on it. If you hold on too hard, your stitches won't be even and you will end up with holes in your work. Now you're finally ready to make your first stitch. Let's yarn over and pull through. Before we yarn over, look at your right hand. Notice this line of yarn over your index and middle fingers. This is where you will yarn over. Now pay attention to the little tip of your hook. It should be pointing towards your body like this. Place the hook on your index finger on the side of a yarn line that is closest to your wrist. The hook tip should be pointing away from the line yarn. Now slide the hook under the yarn line. Lift the tip up slightly and bring it back towards your body and over the yarn line. Allow your hook to actually hook the yarn line. Start pulling the hook towards the slip knot. Twist the hook tip down so it's facing the floor, then pull the yarn through the slip knot. Push your hook forward to your starting position with your hook tip pointing at your body again. Congratulations! You have just completed your very first crochet stitch. Take a moment to feel proud of this achievement. Every stitch becomes a little easier after this one as you become more practiced at holding the hook and yarn while moving the hook. Repeat the process. From the top, slide the hook under the yarn line, lift the tip up slightly and bring it back towards your body and over the yarn line. Allow your hook to actually hook the yarn line. Start pulling the hook towards the slip knot. Twist the hook tip down so it's facing the floor, then pull the yarn through the slip knot. Push your hook forward to your starting position with your hook tip pointing at your body again. Move your thumb and index finger up so they're holding the stitch you just made and touching the hook. Let's do it again. Slide the hook under the yarn line, lift the tip up slightly and bring it back towards your body and over the yarn line. Allow your hook to actually hook the yarn line. Start pulling the hook towards the slip knot. Twist the hook tip down so it's facing the floor, then pull the yarn through the slip knot. Push your hook forward to your starting position with your hook tip pointing at your body again. Move your thumb and index finger up so they're holding the stitch you just made and touching the hook. One more time, working together. Slide the hook under the yarn line, lift the tip up slightly and bring it back towards your body and over the yarn line. Allow your hook to actually hook the yarn line. Start pulling the hook towards the slip knot. Twist the hook tip down so that it's facing the floor. Then pull the yarn through the slip knot. Push your hook forward to your starting position with your hook tip pointing at your body again. Move your thumb and index finger so they're holding the stitch you just made and touching the hook. Keep repeating this process until you feel comfortable holding the hook and making chain stitches. The more you practice making a chain stitch, the easier it will be for you to learn the rest of the stitches. When your chain gets too long, you can easily frog it by removing the hook and taking hold of the working end in one hand and the tail end in the other hand. Then pull them apart. Your chain stitches will be undone easily. This way you can use the same piece of yarn to practice all the different stitches. Let's look at a few tips for success with chaining. Maintain even tension. It's crucial that you keep your chain stitches evenly tensioned for a neat and uniform appearance. That means you should practice making all your chain stitches the same size. If you hold the yarn end lightly with your ring and pinky fingers, you will master this quickly. Practice consistency. Consistent loop sizes contributes to a more polished final result. This is just a matter of practice. Keep chaining until your chains all look the same. Experiment with hook grip. Try making the chains with a pencil grip, then try making them with a knife grip. See which one feels most comfortable for you to maintain control over your stitches. Grip is always about personal comfort. Hold the hook comfortably for you. Don't feel pressured to hold it the way other people do. And there you have it, future yarn artists. We've covered the ABCs of chaining and laid the groundwork for countless crochet projects, from the simplest to the most intricate. I hope this guide has set you on the path to crochet success. Stay tuned for more crochet tutorials and inspiration from Crochet Republic as we continue to explore the expansive and captivating world of crochet. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Crochet Republic for more crochet tips, tricks, and creative projects. Ring that bell to stay updated on all our upcoming yarn-filled escapades. Thank you for joining us on this crochet journey.